Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I apply my false eyelashes because it can be so difficult to apply eyelashes. I remember my first couple of years using eyelashes, I really struggled. Well, to be fair, it's only been like the past year or so I've really got the hang of it. I mean, I used to apply them in the wrong places, I used to get glue in my eye. Oh, the pain of the glue in your eye is such a struggle. When I was looking at eyelashes, I wasn't sure what type to go for. Well, I used to just pick up any off the shelf, and I never really thought about how they would look on my eye. But now I always buy natural ones, especially from Eylure, because you can use them day and night. So the eyelashes I'm going to be taking are the Eylure Wispy multi-pack in number 117. I absolutely love this style of eyelash because it looks really natural on. I love Eyelure as well because they always have a picture on the back of what the model looks like with them on. And there's also a little guide to help you how to apply them. And I think these are amazing because they're contact lens friendly as well, because I wear contact lenses now. And I love buying multi-packs now because I used to always buy just single eyelashes, but I use them so often now that I just think it's a lot easier just to get the 3 because I love this style as well. You just really gently unstick it from the box. So a really important step that you can't forget when you buy your false eyelashes is to cut them to your eye shape, because there is only one size in eyelashes. So I always like to cut from the outside because there's lots of longer lashes that you can afford to lose, but on the inside I feel like if you start cutting off here, then you're not really having that natural effect, if you know what I mean, because these are pretty much all the same length. So I like to cut off about this much. But I don't think it matters that much how much you cut off, because it depends really where you want the lash to sit as well, because you can always have it starting from the inner corners of your eye or sort of towards the middle, so it's really up to you. But it's always best just to place them on top of your eye first, just to check how long you want them. Also, it's probably best to cut them from the band rather than up through the eyelashes, because it can be quite awkward that way. Also, it's really important as well to cut eyelashes, because if it is longer than your natural eye shape, then the corners are a lot more likely to come off. And also, the glue can get in your eyes as well, which can cause so much pain. So it really depends which glue you like to use, because all Eylure eyelash sets always come with a free little clear glue. But if you do buy the multi-pack, you do get 2 of these, which is really useful because obviously you'll be wearing them a lot more because there's more of them. And then also I bought this the other day, which is a duo black glue, and this is really handy because it dries black. So I can show you how I use both in this video. Glue at the very top of the eyelash rather than at the side, because I used to always glue at the side, but then when you place them onto your eye flat, you can see the band, which really isn't the vibe you should be going for. And I just run it across the top. So I do take quite a good amount of glue, but I do make sure it dries correctly. So you want to put like a dollop at each end of the eyelash, but you don't need to worry about too much in the middle, because the ends are more likely to pop off than the middle, because the middle can just sort of hold itself together. And then all I do is just give it a little shake, and I do this for about 20 seconds, and this just helps it to become a little bit tacky. If you're experiencing that burning sensation in your eye because of the glue, before I used to never really know what that was, and it was because I always used to just put on the glue, especially if I was in a rush, put on the glue, wait like 2 seconds and put them directly on, and the glue used to just leak everywhere and go in my eye. So if you're experiencing that, that could be the reason. So just let them dry a little bit and then just really carefully place them on as well. It's sort of gone like a blue shade, so that's sort of what you're aiming for. So a really important tip for applying eyelashes is to make sure you're looking down. So I always just grab myself a little compact mirror and then I look straight down into the mirror, because if you're looking upright at yourself in the mirror and try to apply it, it's really difficult, and also it can just sit quite funny and again sit flat. But this is so simple if you look straight down. So you just look down, so it looks like your lid's almost closed, but you can see what you're doing. It's important not to close your eyes as well, because if you do it like this from one eye, it's just, nah, it's just not going to work. So just look straight down. Apply the eyelashes directly onto your eyeliner, because that way it's definitely on your skin and not on your natural lashes, because when you peel off your lashes sometimes it can tug at your natural ones and that can be quite painful. And then I always make sure the middle's pressed down first, and then I go to the inner corners because that's most likely to ping back up, and then I work my way across to the end. And then I just like to push them up. So next I'm just taking the black glue, and just like before I'm applying on top of the lashes. Yeah, what I do is just pinch the very ends of the lashes, and then I twist my wrist and then place them directly on. And try not to blink as well. I know it's really hard, but as soon as it goes on, try not to blink. Pinching all the way backwards and forwards, and then give it a little push up. And that is how I apply eyelashes. So yeah, these are my top tips really. So if you're a beginner and you want sort of like a natural look to begin with, then I do recommend the number 117 from Eylure, because they do have that like really natural shape, and they have a really thin band as well. Because I do find if they're a thinner band, they're a lot more flexible to move with, play around when sticking down. But if they are a thicker band, it can be really hard to sort of bend them into the right shape, because there's, I don't know, I've bought ones from Kiss and they normally have like a really thick band, and when I place them on it's really hard to like adjust, but these are super flexible, so you can pinpoint exactly where you sort of want them to stick. A lot of people use mascara after applying false eyelashes, and personally I really don't like that idea, because I did try it once and I had to throw the eyelashes straight away because it just ruined the natural look of the eyelash. Sort of made the eyelash come off my eyelid, and then it took ages and ages for the mascara to dry onto the eyelashes. So I don't know, I just don't really recommend that tip. Always carry glue with you on a night out or a party or wherever you're going, because the glues are so small. I mean, it's not like it's going to take up much of your room, and if you're into that really tiny handbag trend, then I mean that will definitely fit in your handbag. And finally, after you've used them, peel off the glue, because that way you can reuse them. But if you keep putting glue on top of glue on top of glue, you'll have to throw them away, which is a shame. So yeah, I think that is everything in this video. If you liked it, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week.